So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319!
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Ready! Black 22!
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. So it's on to halftime in this AFC division. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Point after, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Jameis on second down. And Winston lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
they got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Watch him now, Barney! Gone! Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be blocked down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Gone!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big game.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Cut.
Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now it's the backup Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Now Hunt. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 30.